Leila Hawkins paused as she mounted the last concrete step in front of the double doors of the First Good Samaritan Baptist Church, one of the oldest and largest churches in Chesterton, Virginia, her hometown. Nestled on Broadleaf Avenue across the street from rustic Macon Park, the house of worship had hosted many a baptism, funeral, and nuptial inside its brick walls in the 100 and some odd years of its existence. And since 1968, a stark white sign had sat along its exterior, highlighting a Bible verse chosen by the Honorable Reverend, or the assistant pastor when the Reverend was ill or on vacation. Leila stepped aside to let a couple pass as she squinted at that sign, which hung a foot away from the doors and several feet above her head. A fool gives full vent to his anger, but a wise man keeps himself under control. The sign read in big, bold letters, Proverbs 29:11. Her eyebrows furrowed. What the hell? Was someone reading her mind? Who cares if they are? She grabbed one of the church's stainless steel door handles. She was on a mission today, and she wasn't going to be deterred from it. She was giving full vent to her anger, whether any celestial being liked it or not. Leila was crashing this highfalutin wedding, and only lightning bolts or locusts would keep her away. She walked into the vestibule, then tugged a heavy wooden door open, preparing herself to be met by 100 stares, finger-pointing, and indignation the instant she stepped inside the sanctuary. "Hey, you're not supposed to be here!" She waited for someone to shout at her. Instead, she was greeted by a light melody played by a string quartet and the polite chatter of the 200 and some odd guests who were taking their seats in the velvet-cushioned pews. No one stared at her. Hell, they barely seemed to notice her. The tenseness in her shoulders instantly relaxed. Her white-knuckled grip on her satin clutch loosened. She reminded herself that she was walking into a wedding, not a gladiator pit. "You're here to talk to Evan." A voice in her head cautioned her. "Not to fight with him, remember?" "That's right. I'm just here to talk to him, to have a conversation with an old friend."